This Thursday, in honor of Lauren Bacall's birthday, September 16th, TCM is going to be showing the 4 movies that she made with Humphrey Bogart, including one of my favorite all-time films, To Have and Have Not. It's a great film. It's where Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall first met and fell in love. I also adore this movie because it gives me an excuse to make one of my favorite cocktails, which is a Queens Park Swizzle. The Queens Park Swizzle was created in Trinidad, and if you'll remember, Lauren Bacall's character Slim mentions that before she landed in Martinique, she was in Trinidad. So that's the connection, and I'm always looking for an excuse to make this cocktail. I'm doing a video because this is somewhat technique heavy. Most drinks are great. You just throw the ingredients in a jar or a shaking can and you shake them and you pour them and that's it. But this one requires a bit of technique. The technique I'm using was shared with me by the bartender at Kingfish, which is actually the first place I had a Queens Park Swizzle in New Orleans. It's an amazing bar. You should go there. So let's begin. You want to start out with a handful of mint leaves. You want to put them in the bottom of the glass. Take a wooden muddler and just tap down a little bit so that you pop the oil vessels that give the mint its fragrance. Then you want to take crushed ice and you want to pack a little bit of ice quickly so that you trap that fragrance in the glass. Now it's time to add your liquor. We're going to do 1 ounce of an 8-year rum. You can use any kind of rum, but I really love using aged rums. And in fact, we do a combination. That was an 8-year, and then this is a 12-year rum. Another ounce of this 12-year. Then you want some Demerara simple syrup. Again, about a half an ounce. You can use a plain old white simple syrup. That's totally cool, but the Demerara simple gives it a little bit of richness and density that we like. Finally, you want 3/4 ounce fresh squeezed lime juice. All right, those are all your liquids. Then you want to take a few dashes of Peychaud bitters, a few dashes of Angostura bitters, and the TCM with a twist secret ingredient, a little bit of saline solution. A little bit of salt brings out the flavor in a cocktail. Why is it called a swizzle? It's called a swizzle because instead of shaking this, you actually mix it with what is called a swizzle stick. A swizzle stick was originally not that plastic stick with the name of the bar that was in your parents' cocktails in the 1950s. The original swizzle stick was actually a branch from a swizzle stick tree, which is native to Trinidad. And they would create this so that you could stick it in the glass and you could stir the drink without disrupting the levels of the spirits and the mint. You really don't want to mix up the mint in the middle of that glass. Once you have swizzled it, you want to pack more ice into it. I like to use a whole bunch of ice, and I like to really finely crush my ice because the more finely crushed it is, the better hard frost you get on the glass. This is the same if you make a mint julep and you want that hard frost on the glass. All right, just put a little bit more just so we can have a pretty little dome of ice on it. Then we're going to take our Peychaud bitters again. Oops, splattered some little Peychaud bitters. That's why I wear black when I do these things. Then we are going to take some sprigs of mint. You want to slap them on your hand again to release the oil. Then you need your straw. And there you go. A Queens Park Swizzle to drink while you're watching Lauren Bacall whistle. Enjoy.